Reset our Dragy and begin our test. I love how lively this powertrain is. It's so playful, like it wants to go. Welcome back, everyone. Today we have a 2023 Ford Escape on our channel. I want to say a huge thank you to Michael at Enterprise Sales of Rockville, Maryland for providing me this car for a test drive. As always, we're going to check out the car's exterior, interior, take it for a quick test drive. I'll share my impressions with you and we will do some acceleration tests with Dragy. Let's get her started up. This is the base model of the Escape, so no luxury features. We don't get the sunroof, we get the base standard wheels. And this specific styling gives me some kind of Fiesta vibes. Let's check out the back. So in the back here, we have a good amount of space. Adjustable incline of the rear seat. There is no center armrest for us. And this is the very, like I said, base trim, so we have the cloth seats. Nevertheless, the seats are very comfy. I like how they feel. We have our USB charging here in the back, some pockets right here, and there. Feels nice in the back. This part of the trim gives me Volkswagen vibes. There is no automatic tailgate, it's all manual, but we have a good sized trunk with a spare tire in the back. And this is also a 60/40 split. Let's check out the engine. So I see Ford has actually implemented BMW's technique of opening the hood, where you pull twice and you get to open the hood. And honestly, I feel like that's the best thing. So this, I believe, is actually the 1.5 liter, if I'm not mistaken, and this may very well be the 3-cylinder version. I will have to double check that information. Let's hop in here. So getting into the new Ford Escape, the very first impression that I'm feeling is how cozy this cabin is. I love the way the seat feels. It's hugging me, feels great. There's an armrest here and here. Everything is very ergonomically friendly. I like the ergonomics here. We have our storage bins. Everything is practical, and while the materials here are not super expensive, although this is all soft touch here and here, they are very durable, so these will last for many years. We have our basic setup, the apps, the mobile Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, audio, phone, our settings, the driver assistance. We have blind spot, cross traffic, pre-collision system, lane keeping mode. We have all these cool settings here. Audio, we also have physical controls for the climates and the music. Auto start stop for the engine. and different drive modes. So let's go through those. Let's do okay. So we have normal, eco, sport, slippery, and deep snow sand. We will start out in normal. Let's do our wiper test and then the horn test. Okay, let's check out the backup camera. It's a good camera, the quality is fairly good. And there's a little delay when leaving, like in German cars. It was very easy to find a comfortable seating position here. Had no issue doing that. I like the seating position. You can see everything around you well. The pillars are not intrusive. And it's got quite responsive feedback from the steering wheel. But my favorite part thus far about this Escape is actually the engine sound. It sounds unique. It has like a cool tone to it, and it's very rev happy. It loves to rev. Like, listen to the note of this engine. It has a cool tone to it. You can put your hand here. It's a big part of the trim where you can just put your hand, and I like it because some cars have a very small amount of trim, but here it's a really large part of the trim, so you can put it here. There is no sunroof. We have our storage for glasses. But just with light throttle, the Escape surges forward. Well, let's go into sport mode and see how that goes. There's instant throttle tip-in. And we are off and running. My phone even fell. There's instant pickup from this powertrain, and we are easily overtaking the traffic without a single hesitation. We have the pre-collision assist system working, showing us that the car in front of us is stopping. And I love how maneuverable this Escape is. It's such a lively powertrain. The transmission works well, shifts are quick and smooth. Let's go back to normal for now and see how that changes the character. It's also unbelievably quiet in this cabin. Like, I barely hear any road noise or wind noise. And the engine, you can hear it a bit, but it's not loud. It's very refined, which is impressive for this kind of segment. Usually cars of this segment are more to the louder side. But here, no, it's actually very quiet and very refined. Like at 65, you know, it feels very good. The only time you can hear the road more is when you're on a bad pavement. Otherwise, it's very hushed. Well, down there, we're gonna do our acceleration test and see how quick this escape is. All right, so letting the traffic through, let's reset our Dragy and begin our test. Alrighty, so let's see what we got. So 0 to 60 came in a quick 8.65 seconds. The 1/8 mile came in at 10.67 at 69.65 miles an hour. And the 1/4 mile came at 16.34 at 87 miles per hour. That is very impressive. It's only a couple miles per hour off compared to the Kia Sportage SX 2.0T that I just drove recently. And what's even better is that past the 1/8 mile, it actually builds more speed than that Kia. That Kia was trapping about 71, 72 miles an hour on the 1/8 mile, but here it's 69.65, and then it builds all the way to 87. So actually this car may have a better top end than that Kia, which I believe is much more powerful on paper than this Ford. Very impressive. Very, very impressive. I think Ford really nailed it with that. All right, so let's turn around and feel out this escape some more. I love how lively this powertrain is. It's so playful, like it wants to go. So far, I have to say, this is an incredible experience. I'm still shocked at how good the powertrain here is. Like, it feels great revving it. I love revving this engine. It's so playful. But I'm curious, let's see how this escape is in the corners as well, once we keep driving. How it does like on a curvy road. Yeah, it's so quiet in here, I can literally whisper. I feel like out of the cars that I've driven so far, this very well may be the car that impressed me the most in this segment so far. For its price tag and what it's rated on paper, this Ford really shoots above its weight class, just in the refinement and how refined it is, how nice it feels to drive this Escape. The handling is excellent. It's so instant. It's very precise. The fun to drive factor is solid. Like, I get way more joy driving this than any RAV4 or any other car in this segment. This gives me more smiles right now. I also like the gauges here. They have a cool old style to them, like a cool authentic design. Many of the cars today have digital cockpits, which some are really good, but this is the old-fashioned way. And this car still feels like a car that's a little bit from the past rather than being like 2023. And I like that. That's exactly what I like. I like that feel. I like how it feels. The transmission is incredibly responsive. That was a huge pothole, by the way, and it took it really well. Oh yeah, it just feels so good to push it. That sound is amazing. The brakes are great. I've not felt any fade at all thus far. Excellent brakes. Predictable and instant. They have good stopping power. let's summarize today's test drive. What can I say about this Ford? I like it a lot. What a cool, fun little compact crossover. I love the sound, I love the pickup. It's got a good amount of power, even for my taste, as someone who likes fast cars. As a daily, this is plenty. This is absolutely plenty of power that you can ever use. It gets up to speed very easily, passes without any hesitation. The response is good. I love the seats, I love the comfort, I love the visibility. Overall, this is an amazing, amazing experience that I've had with this little Escape. And see, just little throttle inputs like this, without even touching the gas, uphill, we get up to speed no problem. Need a little more power, add in a little more throttle, and no problem, you got it. I highly recommend this Escape to anybody shopping this segment. And this powertrain is a gem. Such a good engine. Well, thank you so much for watching, everyone. Make sure to smash that like and subscribe button. And till next time.